When we talk about the muscle car monsters of the 1970s, names like the Hemi 426, LS6454, or 429 Cobra Jet instantly come to mind. But hidden among these giants was a gentleman's beast, the Buick 455 Stage 1. Born from a brand typically associated with older drivers. It wasn't loud, it didn't brag, but when you hit the gas, this machine could launch its 3,800-pound frame like a rocket. And believe it or not, it produced 510 pound-feet of torque, a number fierce enough to make even the mighty Hemi sweat. Yet, how did such a powerful engine fall into obscurity? Why isn't it mentioned alongside the legends, even though it once destroyed rivals at the drag strip? In this video, we're pulling back the curtain on the Buick 455 Stage 1. The silent but deadly muscle machine Detroit hoped you'd forget. In the early 1970s, the muscle car horsepower war in America was at its peak. Chevrolet had the LS6454. Mopar had the Hemi 426 and 446 pack. And Ford unleashed the 429 Cobra Jet. Meanwhile, Buick, a brand long associated with Grandpa's cars, was quietly preparing a surprise. The 455 Stage 1. Buick wasn't known for drag racing, nor did it carry the wild image of Dodge or Pontiac. But that was exactly the point. Buick aimed to build a true muscle car, without sacrificing refinement and luxury. A gentleman in a suit that could crush arrogant street punks without breaking a sweat. In 1970, they officially introduced the Stage 1 Performance Package, available for their massive 455 cubic inch V8, already one of the largest engines of its time. The Stage 1 package included a hotter camshaft, stiffer valve springs, a larger quadrajet carburetor, and, most importantly, ported cylinder heads for improved airflow. This wasn't a marketing gimmick. Stage 1 was the real deal. A serious engineering effort to put Buick in the ring with America's most feared muscle machines. On paper, the Buick 455 Stage 1 was rated at 360 horsepower at 5,000 RPM and a staggering 510 pound-feet of torque at 500 RPM, just 2,800 RPM. But experts at the time believed the real numbers were higher, possibly over 380 horsepower. Because Buick deliberately downplayed the figures to avoid scrutiny from insurance companies and the EPA. Unlike high-revving Hemis or Chevy 427s, the Buick was a torque monster at low RPMs. That meant brutal off-the-line acceleration, perfect for drag racing. This V8 engine displaced 455 cubic inches, 7.5 liters, a jaw-dropping size. Its 10.01 compression ratio maximized the power potential of high-octane fuel back then, while the Stage 1 camshaft was tuned for strong performance without sacrificing Buick's signature smoothness. Buick equipped it with a 750 cubic feet per minute Rochester quadrajet carburetor, ensuring the massive engine was always well fed. And here's the kicker. Despite being built for a heavy luxury car, the GS 455 Stage 1 could hit 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 5.5 seconds and complete the quarter mile in around 13.3 seconds, embarrassing many so-called street fighters. Such astonishing performance needed a proper platform to truly shine. And Buick didn't disappoint, installing the 455 Stage 1 into some of their most iconic and unexpected machines. That platform was the 1970 GSX, the most iconic of all Buicks equipped with the 455 Stage 1 engine. The GSX was Buick's bold counterattack to claims that they only built grandpa cars. With loud racing stripes, a big rear spoiler, and two ultra-rare paint colors, Apollo White and Saturn Yellow, the GSX stood out as a true muscle car contender. But don't let the flashy looks fool you. The GSX 455 Stage 1 was a serious performer. In period tests by Motor Trend and Car and Driver, it completed the quarter mile in just 13.38 seconds, an incredible result for a car weighing over 3,800 pounds without forced induction. For comparison, the 1970 Hemi Cuda was only slightly faster, but far more expensive, harder to drive, and less refined. The GSX delivered similar performance with Buick's signature smooth ride. Beyond the GSX, the Stage 1 engine also appeared in standard GS models, select versions of the Wildcat, and even in Riviera coupes, bringing muscle power into full-sized luxury cars. To truly understand just how dangerous the Buick 455 Stage 1 was, you have to compare it to the era's most legendary beasts, the Chevrolet LS 6454, Dodge 426 HEMI, and Ford 429 Cobra Jet. That's when it becomes clear. Stage 1 never needed to scream to prove its power. It silently outran many of those legends on the drag strip. In terms of torque, Buick topped the chart. 510 pound-feet at just 2,800 RPM, delivering instant acceleration. The Hemi had to reach over 4,000 RPM to unleash its full power, making it wilder and harder to tame. The LS6 was powerful too, but leaned more toward high-revving horsepower than low-end punch. On paper, the LS6 was rated at 450 horsepower, the Hemi at 425 horsepower, and the Buick Stage 1 at 360 horsepower. But many experts believe Buick deliberately underrated the engine to dodge insurance scrutiny. In real-world tests, GSX Stage 1 models have consistently posted quarter-mile times under 13.4 seconds, matching or even outperforming many Hemi and LS6 cars. What set the Buick 455 Stage 1 apart was the driving experience. Smooth, composed, yet brutally fast. The question is, with power rivaling the Hemi, superior performance, and a smooth driving experience, shouldn't the Buick 455 Stage 1 be a legendary name in the muscle car world? Yet, the reality is quite the opposite. The issue wasn't the car, it was the brand image. Buick was viewed as a safe brand, favored by older buyers, businessmen, and middle-class professionals. While Dodge, Pontiac, and Chevrolet pushed aggressive, rebellious marketing, Buick barely promoted the Stage 1, so it never caught the attention of younger gearheads. Additionally, because Buick focused on luxury, the GSX Stage 1 cost significantly more than rival muscle cars of the era, pushing away price-sensitive younger buyers. A Chevelle SS or Charger RT looked meaner, was more affordable, and had mass-market appeal. A Buick in a suit just wasn't poster-worthy. Then came emissions regulations and the mid-70s oil crisis. Stage 1 was quietly discontinued, just as quietly as it had arrived. No glory, no legends, just forgotten figures in a service manual, and an engine known only to true believers. After decades of obscurity, the Buick 455 Stage 1 is steadily regaining its place among classic muscle car enthusiasts. Thanks to the rise of restoration culture, drag racing nostalgia, and collectible car markets, the GSX Stage 1 is now highly sought after, not just for its performance, but for its identity as a hidden beast. Today, well-preserved, numbers-matching GSX Stage 1 models can fetch between $130,000 and $180,000 at major auctions like Barrett-Jackson or Mecum. Ultra-rare examples with original paperwork or magazine features are considered true holy grails. Meanwhile, the performance community has rediscovered the engine's potential. With its massive low-end torque, Stage 1 builds today can easily exceed 500 horsepower, all while maintaining that signature Buick smoothness and stealthy menace. Buick GS Stage 1 clubs now span across the U.S., holding annual events that recreate classic drag strip battles between suit-wearing old men and screaming Hemis. Slowly but surely, the legacy of the Stage 1 is coming back. Not forgotten, but steadily returning to the spotlight. And perhaps now is the time to rethink where the Buick 455 Stage 1 truly belongs among the greatest muscle machines ever built. In a world where muscle cars are remembered for being loud and wild, the Buick 455 Stage 1 chose a different path. No showboating, no trends, just raw power and deadly calm. From its jaw-dropping performance and drag strip dominance to its silky smooth driving experience, Stage 1 deserves to be remembered as a silent legend, an underrated warrior that never lacked true muscle. Its revival isn't just a win for collectors. It's a reminder that sometimes you don't have to scream to be heard in the muscle car world. So, what about you? Had you ever heard of the Buick 455 Stage 1 before? What do you think of this refined beast? Leave a comment, hit like if you enjoyed this, and don't forget to subscribe for more untold stories from the world of cars.